All right, are you all ready for some breaks tonight? We have got quite a bit of stuff on tap. None of them take a terribly long time, but it'll be enough to keep us busy for a little while anyway. So before we actually get started ripping, I do have a little bit of information that I like to go over, so let's get started with that. Excuse me, with that. First up, feedback, completely automated. That way you never ever have to wait on me to leave you feedback. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get the same in return without having to wait for me to find time to catch up on it, right? And of course, the far more important thing there is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me. We are next going to take a look at what is coming up in the days ahead. So these are the breaks that are already listed on eBay. We're going to be diving into them over the next few days. So tomorrow night, we will do a master case of absolute football. So a master case is really just 2 6-box inner cases in one bigger box. Okay, so we'll be doing that tomorrow night. Wednesday night, normally that's a new release night. There are no new releases this week on Wednesday. However, we are going to stick with our 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific start time, just because that's kind of what we've gotten in the groove of doing. It's what we're all used to, so we'll stick with it. And we will do a 6-box half case break of Gold Standard Football. It's the back half of a case. And then we'll do a full 8-box case of Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball. On Thursday night, we're going to do a 12-box case of Optic Baseball. Friday is a new release day, and I think we're actually starting early that night as well, I believe. And I think I forgot to put it on there, but I'm pretty sure that we are rocking an 8:30 start on Friday too, which will be Spectra Football by the full case. That's our new release for Friday. And then we're also going to break a half case of Archives Baseball, which is the back half of a case. And then Saturday night will be an off night. Won't be doing any breaks Saturday. Instead, we'll do some on Sunday. How about that for a change of pace? So for tonight, Trinity, 5-star, National Treasures, Collegiate. Those are the order that we're going to break in tonight, okay? Trinity is first, 5-star second, National Treasures Collegiate is third. I'm expecting everything that we're opening tonight should be on the door and on the way to you approximately Thursday. Now, as always, if I can get something out to you faster, I will do so. And sometimes it might be a day later, but I'm right now planning on Thursday. The other little piece of business you need to know about this is consolation cards. So if you're in any of these breaks tonight and your team does not pull anything at all, not a base card or anything of any sort, you are still going to get a package in the mail, and it will have consolation cards in it. It will ship with the rest of the break. Anytime you do a paid shipping break with me, you're always going to get a package of cards in the mail, whether you hit or whether you don't. It'll either be what you pull or consolation cards if you pull nothing. Okay, the free shipping breaks, those consolation cards we usually send out with the next package, but we don't have any of those tonight. So I believe, let me check, guys, we had maybe have some teams available in this first break, but let me see if they've gotten paid in the interim or if we need to find them a home. And it looks like we need to find them a home because, you know what, why would it be easy, right? Let's just take a look here and see what we are looking at. It looks like somebody bought the Browns and the Bengals. Same person bought them both and didn't pay for them. So the Browns sold for 15 and some change. It looks like the Bengals sold for 28 and some change. Obviously, preference would go to somebody who would want them both. If nobody wants them both, we can do them individually. But I'm looking for a new home for the Browns and the Bengals. Okay, that is, that's because the person that bought them didn't pay for it. So, anybody? J. Allen Obsidian Basketball is sold only through the Panini website, I believe. That wasn't available through my distributors as far as I know. So, yeah, that you can buy that through the Panini website, I believe. And Staying Lover, same thing with black. Panini Black, again, is something that is a top, or I keep wanting to say a Topps website product. A Panini website product, not a distributor product, so same deal there. Robbie, you want them both? Fantastic, Robbie. You're making my night easy here. I like that. Thank you. I am typing in for you right now, Robbie, what my PayPal email address is. And guys, I don't use that for correspondence. It's super old school. I know that it is, but it's tied to so many things. I've had it for a zillion trillion years, and I just don't want to dump it. So I keep it for that reason. But I don't check it for things, really. So, yeah, Robbie, I just typed in my email. You might not have seen it there. So if you don't see it up there, a couple of things above your comment, I can type it in here again for you. And I will type in your dollar amount as well and all that. So we'll just roll it through there again. And then if you can let me know that you see it, I would appreciate it. I'm giving it another go here. Yeah, so hopefully it showed up that time. We believe, I hope. All right, so just give me a heads up there and let me know, Robbie, if you see that and if we're good to go. And assuming that we are and you do, I'm going to go ahead and... oh, actually, hang on, Robbie, hang on. Don't do anything yet. They may have they may have paid for it just this second, because right as I was going in to clean it up on eBay, I think it is gone. So I think it actually just got paid. Let me just double check here real quick. Make sure it's not in like a canceled file or something. No, it did just get paid, guys. So Robbie, cancel that. It is actually it's actually paid now. So hang on a second. In case Robbie, sometimes people have their volume down and I don't ever account for that. So I'm going to type it in too. Obviously I can't talk and type, huh? I know, so sad. But Robbie, thank you, man, for your willingness. If you do have the volume on, thank you for your willingness to step in there and do that. I appreciate you. However, it looks like the original buyer did just step in there and take care of it. So, in fact, we are all good to go. So we are starting off here with Trinity football, and it is a 10-box case, and this is break number 3. And, of course, it ended tonight on eBay along with everything else that we are opening tonight, Monday night, the 9th of September. We've got team names there on the left. Winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. Now, these, of course, do not show team names or team city names or uniform logos or any of that fun stuff. So the way that these work is they go to the current team, okay? Now, some of these guys, of course, were drafted, and they're still with the team that drafted them, and that's great. Some of these guys were not drafted and maybe has signed with a team or spent time on at a mini camp or a rookie camp or something, and then got cut. And here's how that works. If that happened and they subsequently have not been picked up by another team, then it's going to go to the team that they were most recently associated with. If, on the other hand, they got cut and then they have gone to another team in the meantime, they will go to either that team if it is the current team, or if they're with no team again, they would again revert to the most recent. So many of these I probably am going to hopefully know. There may be a few that get past me, but we will talk about them as we go along, and I do go through and check them out. One that I can tell you for sure is Keelan Doss, who, of course, had been with the Raiders and had been, I think, fairly impressive with them, and then got cut, went to the Jags practice squad, and now that the Antonio Brown saga has ended the way that it has, the Raiders brought Keelan Doss back today. So, hey, how about that? Jimmy 5-star is right after Trinity. So, again, guys, the order tonight is Trinity, then 5-star, and then National Treasures Collegiate. That's the order we're breaking in tonight. So none of these take a terribly long time. Most of them, it takes as long to get stuff out of the packaging as it does to actually look at what we're going to be looking at. So none of them are super long, but most of them are probably about 20 minutes or so a break on average, I would think. A couple of them might be a little faster or a little slower, but in that general vicinity. We're almost there. I just like to get all the plastic off and the seals cut, because once we get going, I just like to go. I don't like to stop in between and do all this stuff. Just do it up front and get it done. Well, there we go. And I need to scroll up. I think I probably missed some chat. It scrolls through really quickly, and I can't always see it. So, David is here, and Greg is here, and Storage Hawk is here, Jay Allen, and of course Robbie. I saw Robbie earlier there. And who else? Steven says DeAndre Hopkins finally got his hands working right. Yeah, I tell you what, Texans actually looked pretty good in the first half. Of course, I don't know what's gone on since I had to turn it off, but Texans were looking pretty good the last that I saw of them anyway. Greg avoids all leaf products. Yeah, I think I remember that, Greg. You don't like the leaf stuff. And then, all right, guys, so let's move on down the road here. What did you, oh, Jay Allen, you got an autograph card from Contenders for Houston. Oh, good. Out of one of the consolation packs? Good, man. Yeah, there's stuff in there, autograph cards and relics and whatever. You never know where they're going to turn up. You know, I don't know which packs, obviously, they're going to be in or any of that, but they're in there floating around, so sometimes you do get lucky. There's Jace Sternberger, and Jace is the Packers. DeAndre Baker comes out next, and DeAndre Baker is the Giants. And this is Deontay Thompson. These are so hard to see. Why in the world they felt the need to put purple writing on a black background is beyond me, but they do it every year. It makes me crazy. Deontay Thompson is a Cardinal. And then behind that is Dexter Lawrence. And Dexter Lawrence is also a Giant, isn't he? I always get him and the other one mixed up. Yeah, Dexter Lawrence is the Giants. Dexter Williams is the Packers. That was Dexter Lawrence, so it is the Giants. Will Greer, the Panthers. Oh, Jay Allen, my thoughts on Antonio Brown. Listen, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. I don't know that he ever intended to play really for the Raiders. You know, more and more comes out about it. He had wanted to go to the Patriots originally, and the Steelers wouldn't trade him there. And, you know, the fact that he signed a deal within hours of being cut from the Raiders, and it seemed like it was all pretty well prearranged. So I think he did it on purpose. This is for the Chiefs, numbered to 25, with the Kyle Shermer. He was an undrafted free agent that went to the Chiefs. L.J. Scott. Now, he's been on the move. He was an undrafted guy, originally Ravens, later Browns. I think he may have even subsequently decided to retire, but he was last associated with the Browns, to the best of my knowledge. Jordan Scarlett is the Panthers. And then we have Quinnen Williams, redemption for the Jets. Ooh, this looks nice because it's a 1/1, and it's Dwayne Haskins 1/1, and we can flip and read it because it's gold on black. Yay. All the way around, I like this one. So a nice 1/1 Dwayne Haskins out for the Redskins. you said, oh, there's an autograph for Houston, and you didn't know that there was an autograph for Houston in a product that you were looking at. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. I'm with you now. I got my wires crossed. I must have missed something else you typed in there earlier. Sorry about that. Stang Lover likes the Will Greer, so he must have the Panthers tonight. Number 260, there is Karen Higdon, undrafted Texans. Justice Hill comes out. He is a Raven, who, by the way, they looked pretty good on Sunday. Unlike my Steelers, who looked worse than a JV team. Rodney Anderson /25. Rodney is a Bengal. Trey Lamar. And Trey Lamar is the Lions. Followed by Jarrett Stidham, who is a Patriot. Yeah, the Steelers shipped off Josh Dobbs today. He was, of course, our 4th-round pick a few years ago. We shipped him off for a 5th-round pick. Oh, nice return on investment, right? To the Jags so that he could back up Gardner Minshew, because I think they're not expecting Nick Foles back now until like week 11 with that busted clavicle. Right, Stang Lover, LJ Scott, as I said, left the Ravens and went to the Browns, and I believe the Browns is his last associated team, and with the Browns is where he kind of retired or whatever, I believe. Deebo Samuel /25 for the 49ers. So yeah, the Ravens was definitely in the rearview mirror for LJ Scott. He was more recently associated with the Browns. Jalen Hurd. And let me double check Jalen. Yeah, 49ers for him. There's another Karen Higdon. So we've already seen him once. Now you get a bookend of him headed to the Texans. Little Jordan Humphrey /25. Most recently associated with the Saints. I do not think he has gone anywhere since then. He was cut, but I don't think he signed anywhere else, so he would still go to the Saints. David Montgomery, numbered /10 for the Bears. Yeah, Greg, the Browns didn't look good either. You're right. Both the Browns and the Steelers looked terrible. I mean, the Steelers, I don't even remember the last time I saw a Steelers game that was that pathetic. I didn't even watch most of it. I just switched over and started watching baseball. I just watched the Yankees and the Red Sox. It wasn't even entertaining to watch. I mean, it was just, it was hideous. Hideous. DeMarcus Lodge, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, numbered /25. Then we have Jeffrey Simmons. That's the Titans. Steven, you think Odell Beckham Jr. is going to try to get out of Cleveland? Really? How come? This is Caden Smith. And I don't remember where Caden goes, but hold on a moment. Hold, please. Because I do have it written down over here. I do believe. I hope I do. Caden Smith, 49ers. Alex Barnes, Tennessee Titans. That is number 225. He's been cut, but as far as I know, nowhere else has he signed. How about a 1/1 Dexter Lawrence? That's our second 1/1 out of this case, and our second Dexter Lawrence. So the Giants kind of doing okay right now. Oh, yeah, Jay Allen, it was, I don't even think bad performance begins to cover it. It was absolutely, just ridiculously bad. Like, they shouldn't have even been allowed out on the field if they can't play any better than that. That was terrible. This is the Raiders. It is Clellan Ferrell for Oakland. Andy Isabella is the Cardinals. Anthony Ratliff Williams. And Anthony there is a Titan. Jalen Jelks. That's kind of a cool looking relic, isn't it? It's numbered /25. Jalen Jelks heads to the Dallas Cowboys. How about Kyler Murray? That's headed to the Cardinals, of course. Kyler had a rough outing. For the first 3 quarters, Kyler Murray looked about like the Steelers looked for the entire night. However, you know what? Towards the end, the kid got it together and he ends up in a tie game. Manages to pull it out there in the 4th quarter and kind of show a little action. So, jury's still out, I think, on Kyler Murray. First 3 quarters of the game, boy oh boy. Last quarter of the game, boy oh boy in a different way. Montez Sweat to 60 for the Redskins. Stanley Morgan Jr., Bengals. Isaiah Buggs for my sad, sad little Pittsburgh Steelers. Caleb Wilson for the Arizona Cardinals. And this one is numbered to 5, and it's A.J. Brown. Now, A.J. Brown goes to the Titans. You know who did have a really good game this weekend that was a rookie? Well, actually, 2. T.J. Hawkinson, I think, had a really nice game for the Detroit Lions, even though the Lions themselves maybe did not have a great game. But T.J. Hawkinson played really well. And Marquise Hollywood Brown, baby, up there for the Ravens. Looked pretty good. Now everybody's going to say, oh, it's because they were playing the Dolphins, yada, yada, yada. Well, we'll see, but I don't know. Kid looked good, I thought. Well, that's why I called them the JV team, Jay Allen. They were the junior varsity team on Sunday. They couldn't have even beat the varsity high school team the way they played. To 25, it is Draymond Jones. And Draymond Jones, I can never, ever remember. Broncos. Why can't I ever remember that? David Sills. This guy's been on the move. He was an undrafted guy. Originally the Bills. He was cut, and then he went to the Giants practice squad. So David Sills is now a Giant. Amani Oruwari is a Lion. And that looks a little bit like Chase Winovich for the Patriots. DK Metcalf, Seahawks. Yeah, Steven says they self-destructed. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's good grief. I don't even know what to say. I really, truly, I don't remember the last time I saw a performance that bad by the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was just unwatchable. I mean, it just really was. It was not good football to even watch. There was nothing fun about that. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Eagles. Jalen Smith. Jalen, undrafted guy, went to the Ravens, has been cut, but as far as I know, has not signed with anybody else in the interim, so goes to the Ravens. Clayton Thorson. He's another one that was on the move. So good old Clayton there was a guy who was originally with the Eagles. He got cut and went to the Cowboys. So that's where he's headed. Devin White is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The only bright spot of last night was our rookie linebacker here, Devin Bush. And that is numbered to 60 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, we are at last box mojo time. We got to collectively work our mojo, try to make the magic come out here. Stanglover says it needs to be the Panthers, Dolphins, and Cowboys. All right. Well, we had some Cowboys. We've had some Cowboys and Panthers for you. Haven't done as well with your Dolphins, have we? Noah Fant. That's what I like to see come out. There's the Broncos. Of course, he's a teammate of T.J. Hawkinson. Tyree Brady. And Tyree Brady is a Jag. This is Irv Smith Jr. It is numbered to 25. That heads to the Vikings. And then we have Keyshawn Johnson to 25, who I can never, ever, ever, ever remember. Cardinals. Why can't I remember that? Keyshawn Johnson is the Cardinals. And then we have a little Damian Harris for the Patriots. And that looks like whatever that is right there is either inside the sleeve or inside the, or on the card, that little free-floating something or another up there. So Damian Harris and the Patriots. Okay, so let's go ahead here and recap this. I'm not going to read all the names and teams off again because pretty much that'd be just like doing breakover. But what we are going to do is just flash them all up here one more time. So if you missed it earlier, you need another look at it, whatever the case may be, they are coming to you right now. That A.J. Brown to 5 is nice for the Titans. And I know I had a question earlier tonight about one of the teams and if they still had anybody in the product. So I am going to check on that and see what the status is with so many guys who have been moving around, you know, since the cutback last weekend. That is beautiful, that Dwayne Haskins 1 of 1. I will have to do a little due diligence on that, but I definitely will check it out and let you know. And see if anybody shifted in or shifted out for that team anyway. Well, Stanglover, you got 3 of your 8 players were pulled, but at least one of them was your Will Greer. All right, well, then that's not too bad, right? Meanwhile, if you're the Jags, all those Gardner Minshew's that we were pulling earlier in the year and thinking, oh, yeah, is Gardner Minshew ever going to be on the field? Well, now's the time to dust those off because, yeah, surprise, surprise. Feel bad for Nick Foles, too. I mean, guy finally gets a chance to get up there and run his team and show what he's made of in a full season, and bam, week 1, broken clavicle out. They're expecting him back week 11. So, I mean, dreadful. Dreadful, dreadful. But I will say this. I wasn't watching the game, but I looked at some of the stats after the fact. It looks like Gardner Minshew held his own after he got put in there. Did any of you watch it live by chance? Maybe? Yes? No? I don't know. I hope he does well. You never know. He might keep the starting job. Nick might have to ride the pine the rest of the year. You just never know. Okay, so that's in the books. We are going to be headed into 5-star baseball. So let's get our little happy spreadsheet up here again and take another little look at it so that everybody knows what's what. Okay, so Thursday, I hope to have everything that we're opening tonight on the way to you by Thursday. Or on Thursday. Not probably by, probably on Thursday. And as always, if I can get something out quicker than the date you see listed, I will happily do so. If something unexpected jumps into my week, it could possibly go a day later. But as it stands right now, I expect it to be Thursday. If anybody gets skunked in any of these breaks tonight and you don't pull a single thing, base card or otherwise, you are still going to get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out when the rest of the break goes out. All right, so that's the news to use there. This is a full case of 5-star baseball. This is break number 5. It's an 8-box case. Ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 9th of September. There are a couple of teams that don't have hits in this product. Those are the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. So those, of course, are not listed for sale because they don't have hits in there. Everything else, you will see a buyer name across from a team name. And once again, National Treasures Collegiate will be our 3rd and final break of the night. So it will come in after we finish up 5-star, which is what we're embarking upon right now. 5-star is a 1-pack per box case, so it doesn't take an incredible amount of time to open it. So if you are waiting on National Treasures, don't wander too far off, because this won't take an inordinate amount of time to get accomplished. All right, so Andrew, you said you want the Haskins 1 of 1 in a 1-touch magnetic case. Yeah, I think I probably have one that'll work for that. It's really, really thin. It's an acetate card. I'm sure you noticed that. So those, I wouldn't want to put one of those in a standard 35-point case because I feel like it would move around a lot in there. But I think I have some 20-point cases somewhere. I'll just have to find them. And if I can locate a 20-point case, I think it would probably fit pretty well in there. Carlos, we have not broken National Treasures yet. It will break after we do 5-star here. Storage Hawk saw Gardner and thought he looked good. All right, I'm glad to hear that then. And Jimmy watched it too and said he was spot on. All right, well, maybe that kid will come out and do pretty well then. I mean, you never know, but maybe. We hope, anyway. Kareem is trying to get rid of a card that he pulled in Luminaries, it sounds like. So he's trying to make some sales in chat. If anybody, I suppose, is looking for that. Stang Lover, you have the White Sox then. You're looking for a little Eloy love in here tonight. Okay. We'll do our best to find some Eloy. Or Stang Lover. I'm sorry. Stang Lover needs Eloy. Did I say Jay Allen? Jay Allen needs the Phillies. I'm looking at both of them at once. I think I read them out backwards. Stang Lover also needs a Ranger. And Greg's just giving people his phone number. Greg, you must be interested in that card he was talking about then. Well, good. Maybe that'll work out then. You guys can make a little deal on that. How about that? Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, I hope if you and Greg can get that worked out, that's, hey, no skin off my nose. I hope it works out there for the two of you on the Reese Hoskins. Trevor Richards, the Miami Marlins, is our first out. And we are seeing right away one of our case hits. This is our silver signature. Looks like maybe some, super, super minor imperfections on the corners, but really very minor. And that is Vlad Guerrero Sr. Ho, ho, how about that? Numbered to 25. And of course it says Expos on the card. The former Montreal Expos are the current Washington Nationals. So that Vlad Guerrero Sr. goes to the Nationals. Patrick Wisdom, Texas Rangers, right on cue. Somebody asked for the Rangers. Stang Lover it was, maybe, I think. Followed by Andujar and the Yankees. Of course, he's been out injured all year, but pretty good little player there, numbered to 50. Jimmy says no skunk tonight. Who do you have in here, Jimmy? Let's try to get some mojo fired up for you. Let's do our best. Jose Altuve and the Astros with an autographed jumbo patch card. I always like these. It's a really nice looking relic attached to it. Numbered to 10 there. That just doesn't look anything like a Jose Altuve. I've never thought his autograph looks like his name, but that's his autograph. So there you go. The San Francisco Giants and Steven Duggar. Jimmy says he took a bad team and then he didn't skunk. Well, good, Jimmy. I am very glad that we at least got you something, okay? So that makes me happy. Even though you say it's a bad team, it's nice to have a hit, right? Kareem, you're still trying for the celebrity cut signature? Let's try and find that. I'd love to find one of those. Josh James, another one out for the Astros. And here comes Frank Thomas, the big hurt. So who had Stang Lover? Do you have the White Sox in here? Or was it Jay Allen? Was it you? Well, whoever has it, that's really nice. Love me some Frank Thomas. And it is numbered to 10, no less. So, yeah, how about that? Kareem, you had the Nats, so that, did that flag, I believe you just typed in Nats, but I'm thinking that means you had them, maybe? And did that Vlad Guerrero Sr. then headed to you? And here's this kid whose name I cannot pronounce for the Twins. Astilio? I don't know. Willens. He's, he's a Twin. He's a rookie. He's finally back off of the IL and back in action. Ramon Laureano for the Oakland A's. Yeah, I know you did skunk the other day, Jimmy, on your birthday. I do remember that. That was bad. I felt bad. So I'm glad that we did hit something for you tonight. Kyle Wright, the Atlanta Braves. And then a little Dakota Hudson comes out for the St. Louis Cardinals. Two left to go here. Jay Allen, you've got the Phillies in here tonight. All right, we need to try to find a Philly for Jay Allen before we get done in here then. St. Louis Cardinals again, Daniel Ponce de Leon. Here comes another case hit. This is our Golden Graphs, and it is Rhys Hoskins. Ha-ha, Jay Allen. You got the case hit, man. One of the case hits. But the Golden Graphs, Rhys Hoskins to 20. Now, you got to kind of love that, right? You got to kind of love that. Kareem, you did not have the Nats. You've got 6 teams, and we haven't hit for you yet. Oh, man. Kareem, we got to try to do it in this last one then, don't we? All right, this is officially last box mojo time. We got a few of you that need some love. Let's see if we can find it here. Toronto Blue Jays and Rowdy Tellez. And last out, we see Joey Votto for my Cincinnati Reds. Nice, the Reds to 10 on the Joey Votto. Nice. Well, Kareem, who did you have in here, man? We didn't get you anything? Ah, brother, I am sorry. That is not fun at all. Well, let's recap this. Joey Votto to 10 for my Cincinnati Reds. Rowdy Tellez for the Blue Jays. Ramon Laureano is the Oakland A's. Willens, however you say it, is the Minnesota Twins. The Big Hurt to 10. White Sox. Astros, Josh James. Then we have Duggar for the Giants. So our jumbo patch card goes to the Astros with Jose Altuve. It is numbered to 10. Our Golden Graphs case hit is Rhys Hoskins to 20 for the Philadelphia Phillies. Jay Allen said he had a feeling about the Phillies in here tonight. He was quite right, wasn't he? Daniel Ponce de Leon for the Cardinals. Dakota Hudson for the Cardinals. Kyle Wright for the Braves. Andujar to 50 for the Yankees. Patrick Wisdom is the Rangers. The Nationals have our silver signings case hit, numbered to 25, with Vlad Guerrero Sr., not Jr., but Sr. And then the Marlins came out with Trevor Richards. All right. Oh, Kareem, the only one you hit on was the Rowdy Tellez. Oh, man, I am sorry. Some nights are that way, and I hope, Kareem, that we'll make it up for you on another night, because some nights you get on a roll and it just seems like everything you hit, everything just comes out for your teams, and then there are nights like this where nothing comes out for your team. We always hope that the good nights help make up for some of the bad nights, but I'm sorry if we did. Sounds like we didn't do very well for you tonight. All right, so third time around, everybody's probably seen this by now, expecting it to be on the way roughly Thursday. If you don't pull cards, you're still going to get consolation cards. You'll still get a package in the mail. It will all ship out at the same time. Consolation and hits all going out roughly Thursday. Could slide to Friday if something unexpected happens. Doubt it'll go sooner than Thursday. Probably on Thursday is what I think. So we are coming into a 4-box case of National Treasures Collegiate Football. And this is break number 4, also ended tonight on eBay, of course, Monday night, the 9th of September. And once again, team names on one side, winning bidders across from on the opposite side. And this, again, being a collegiate product, it's going to have kind of the same, well, not kind of, exactly the same scenario as we did with the Leaf cards. Except that there could be some veterans in here, so I guess it's not exactly the same. So, it works like this. If it is an active player, it goes to their current team. If it is one of these guys who was an active player and then got cut, it will go to their most recent team that they were cut from. If it's a retired guy, a Hall of Famer type, it will go to the team they played for the longest. All that little fun information about how it works is at the bottom of the listing description down there in that special circumstances area. All kinds of interesting stuff down there, including that. So, of course, this is another 1-pack per box product. So we're just going to get them out as we go here. And then that way, once we start rolling, we can just keep on rolling. Jay Allen, you need Tampa Bay in here. All right. Kareem, oh, all right. You got shots in National Treasures, so we need to try to make up for that last break in National Treasures then, don't we? You got the Cardinals in here? Okay. We'll see if we can get some Cardinal mojo working for you then. Maybe take a little sting out of that 5-star break, right? That's what we're going to try anyway. Jimmy, you heading out? All right, brother. Well, thank you, of course, for hanging out and joining us tonight. I appreciate it always. Oh, Kareem, you had the Yankees too in 5-star? Oh, well, good. You got the Andujar then. Well, that's better. Yeah, Andujar is good then. I mean, I know he didn't play this year, but he is a good young player. And when he gets, I mean, he just got injured. When he gets back on the field, I'm sure his card values will start going back up. Because he's a good player. So, yeah, that's a good hit then for the Yankees. I like that one. Okie dokie. Kareem wants Kyler specifically. I like it. I like it. You got to set your intentions. Jay Allen says it only took him 5 breaks to hit the Golden Grabs. You know what? That's not too bad considering there are only 20 of those in existence, period. To hit it out of 5 breaks? That's not too bad. I don't think. I mean, I like those odds, but I know when you're sitting on the other side of it, if you're not hitting, you're like, no, those odds are terrible. But in the global sense of the word, it is kind of good odds. Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman is a Bronco, I think, isn't he? Pretty sure he is. Some of these guys move around in the off season. Sometimes I have to stop and think about it. He didn't move, but I just had to think about it. Melvin Gordon, still holding out for the Chargers, I think. All right, quad relics. Here's how this works. You have to own, whether it's however many is on it, you have to own 51% or more to take it outright. So in this instance, someone has to own 3 of the 4 teams to take it outright. Otherwise, it's going to be given out using random.org. So we've got Baker Mayfield and the Browns, Marquise Brown and the Ravens, Rodney Anderson and the Bengals, and Mark Andrews, who is the Bengals, right? Is he the Bengals? Anyway, you'd have to own 3 of the 4 to take it outright. And if no one takes it outright, then it goes out by way of random. I'm going to have to check on Mark Andrews, though. For some reason, I'm having like I'm having a mental break. I can't think where Mark Andrews goes. I don't know why. Number 225. We have ourselves James Williams. And James Williams, he's another one of those undrafted guys. He was a Chief, and then he got cut and he was a Colt, and then he got cut again and was most recently with the Lions. I don't think he's been anywhere else since the Lions, so to the best of my knowledge, James Williams is a Lion. Clayton Thorson to 25. So he is currently, or most recently, with the Cowboys. He had been cut from the Eagles and traveled over to Dallas. Then we have Deshaun Watson, who's playing tonight, numbered to 99 for the Texans. Daniel Jones making the Giants happy. That is numbered to 99. And then we have Rodney Anderson for our first booklet. That is numbered to 56. And, of course, good old Rodney Anderson goes to the Bengals. You got some relics. You've got little ink. It's all good there. Oh, right. The Ravens on Mark Andrews. I don't know why I thought he was... I don't know. Like I said, I was having a mental block about Mark Andrews. Ravens, thank you. Yeah. And Guys Cards is asking about the cost to get in the break. Just depends. I mean, they all end differently because I put them on eBay they all start, every team starts at the same price and then they end where they end. And you never know. Some nights are bargains and some nights cost a little more. Jared Goff for the Rams. It was numbered to 99, then numbered to 25 is Juju Smith-Schuster for the Steelers. And Juju Smith-Schuster to 5 for the Steelers. Right behind it. And then we have Bobby Bowden. Oh boy. That's numbered to 25. He's a coaching kind of guy. So he's going up here in housekeeping because I don't think he's ever done anything with any NFL teams. Yeah, so he's probably going to end up having to go by way of random, but we're going to set him up there for right now. This is a redemption. It's going to set up in housekeeping. We'll flip it over at the very end. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside to 99 is the Eagles. Oh, for sure, he's a college coach, Greg. Absolutely, because this whole product is a collegiate product. So for sure, he's a college coach. But I'm just saying, I don't think he's ever had an NFL affiliation, which means he would have to go out by way of random. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers. Look at that relic. That is a sweet little relic, isn't it? Oh, I like that. It's numbered to 99. Stang Lover, you need the Dolphins. All right. How about Dwayne Haskins coming out here for the Redskins, numbered to 86. Our booklet for Dwayne Haskins. Stang Lover says he needs a Dolphin. He's trying to call forth his Dolphins here. See if we can get them out of there. See if I can get these cards out of here. They want to come out of that box. Sticking in there on a few of these tonight. Numbered to 10, it is Antonio Brown. As we all know, he is currently a Patriot. We'll see how long that one lasts. Frankly, I think it will. I really do think a lot of the misbehaving that went on in Oakland is because he really didn't want to be there to begin with. He wanted to get out and go to the Patriots, and I think he'll calm down a little bit now that he's there. Plus, he won't have a choice. He would be virtually unemployable if he blew it up there. To 25, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Another quad relic. And this one is Derrick Henry for the Titans, Deshaun Watson, Texans, Christian McCaffrey, Panthers, Baker Mayfield for the Browns. Once again, somebody's got to own 3 of the 4 to take it outright, because that's what it would take to own 51% or more. And if nobody owns 3 of the 4, we'll use random to give it out. Barry Sanders, Lions /99. Deontay Johnson, that is numbered /99. That is for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then it is Rodney Anderson. Didn't we see him already? That's numbered /10 for the Bengals. Followed by Paris Campbell and the Colts, numbered /99. Then we have Hakeem Butler. And Hakeem Butler here is a Cardinal. So we got something for Kareem. And our booklet is numbered /99 here for Mr. Hakeem Butler. So the Arizona Cardinals at least have something headed their way. Ramsey, yes, we did do Trinity already. And looks like Jay Allen and Kareem already hooked me up and answered that. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Number 299, it is Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers. And we are in our last box. So it is last box mojo time. We got to try to pull the fire. Bring the fire and the heat out of here. Jeffrey Simmons is a Titan /99. Oh, look at that Lamar Jackson, 1 of 1. Oh, nice. And after that game he just had, yeah, that probably upped his prices a little bit. Really nice cut there on your relic. It's a 1 of 1. Sadly, the only down part is they put a sticker on there. They've got a sticker on a 1 of 1 out of National Treasures. Like that part, I hate. I hate that they did that. But outside of the fact that that's a sticker, that's a really nice hit for the Ravens. Tyree Jackson, numbered /10. And Tyree here is the Bills. He was cut. I don't think he's gone anywhere else since then, as far as I can remember. I didn't make a note that he's gone anywhere else, so I believe he's still going to associate with the Bills, his most recent team. Here is Dexter Williams, numbered /5. And Dexter Williams is a Packer. Followed by Baker Mayfield for the Browns /25. Will Greer /25. Last box mojo's doing okay here. I mean, we got a 1 of 1. We got a Baker Mayfield. We've got a Will Greer. I'm kind of digging last box mojo tonight. And our booklet here, numbered /86, is Dexter Williams once again for the Packers. All right. So there's your Dexter Williams booklet for the Packers. So now we have a little housekeeping to do here before we recap. Skip Stuff says no Panthers. Yeah, we got some Panthers. We just hit the Will Greer. And were there any other Panthers in there? I don't remember, but at least that much is in there. And let's go take a look here at all this housekeeping that we got to do, because there's a lot of it. First things first, let's flip over our redemption, because everybody wants to know about that, me included. Baker Mayfield. Nice, guys. Nice. Materials, signatures. That, of course, is the Browns, who had a brutal outing on Sunday as well, but they'll rebound from that. Let's go find out what that's going to be numbered to. We're going to roll over to the Panini website and pull up that checklist, and we're going to find out what exactly we can expect that to be numbered to when you get it. So let's take a little peek over here. All right, I got to do all this drop-down menu. I didn't have it set up ahead of time tonight. Shame on me. I didn't have the feeling like we were going to pull redemptions tonight, but I was wrong. All right, the card set is Materials Signatures. Whoops, I shot right past it, didn't I? Card number 86 is Baker. Oh, right up there at the top. It's going to be numbered to 49. Okay, not too shabby, right? I did have you on my page, didn't I? I didn't leave you over here, did I? If I did not have you there, there it is. I don't think I left you there, but I could have. I don't know. I don't know if I did. I hope I didn't, but you never know. Okay, so there's that part of housekeeping done. Now, let's deal with this guy. Let's deal with this guy first and then these guys. So Bobby Bowden here, of course, is a coach, a collegiate coach. And I'm going to make sure he doesn't have any NFL affiliation. I don't believe that he does. But every once in a while, there'll be somebody who I think has no NFL affiliation, and you'll look them up, and all of a sudden you'll find, oh, they did do something for like a day or something. So I'm just going to check it here really quickly. If you'll just hang tight with me, please, sir, and ma'am. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think he had time to do anything else. Look how many years he coached it at Florida State, like 1,000 years. Not really 1,000, but like 34. Yeah, no, the rest of the time it looks like he was just at West Virginia. So, yeah, so he's going to end up going out through random.org. And everybody then is going to have a shot at this guy here, this Bobby Bowden, because he doesn't have any NFL affiliation. So this is pretty easy, the way this is going to work. I'm going to bring you along with me as we go through the process here. If I can get myself on the right page, that is, I'm going to bring you with me. So I'm going to copy all of the team names here from the spreadsheet. Then I'll go to random.org and paste those in. And once we get to random and get them pasted in, I'm going to scroll through them so you can see all the teams got dropped in there. And because we have 10 or more items in our list tonight, I will be doing random just one single time. When it's 9 or fewer, we do it 3 times and only the third one counts. When it's 10 or more, we do it once. So we're going to do random one time, and whoever ends up in the number 1 position after I randomize is going to get this Bobby Bowden little card here. All right. It is going to the Falcons. All righty. The Atlanta Falcons is going to get this one. Okay. I'm going to label that up. Then we've got some more housekeeping to do before we recap. We're not quite done yet. That was on the sleeve, guys. I did not write on the card, of course. And let me catch up here on chat. Bowden went to a lot of Dolphins games, so that should count, you said. Ah, that's funny. Ah, boy. Ramsey, yeah, we had a Kyler Murray in there. I don't remember if it was numbered or not. I don't really think it was, but I wouldn't swear to that. It was one of the acetates, I think. But there was a Kyler Murray in there in Trinity, I'm pretty sure. All right, so Browns, Ravens, Bengals, Ravens. So, again, you got to own 3 of the 4 spots to take it outright. We'll go to the spreadsheet and check it out in a minute. Here we have Titans, Texans, Panthers, and Browns. And again, someone's got to own 3 of the 4 spots to take it outright. If no one owns 3 of the 4 spots to take it outright, then we will go to random with those cards. So let's first go back over here to our spreadsheet and see what we can find about it. We'll save it so we'll stop flashing where I did the copy and paste. Okay, so the Browns, that is U of K fan 14. Then we have the Ravens. Where are, why am I scrolling down? Because he said U of K and I started scrolling down to the Steelers. I'm thinking, oh, he's a UK fan too. And so then on my head, I'm going, oh, Steelers. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so that is Ravens servicing 52. They've got two of the spots on the card with Marquise Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews. Rodney Anderson and the Bengals is Elaine 3048. So we do not have anybody that owns 3 of the 4 on that card. Now on the next card, we are looking for the Titans, which is the Derrick Henry spot. That is Storage Hawk. Next is Deshaun Watson for the Texans, and that's Lobo Lion 88. Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers is Micah's KS J5RJ, and Baker Mayfield again for the Browns, U of K fan 14. So nobody owning a majority there either. So let me bring you back over here, and we're going to do these one at a time because this one has 2 Raven spots on it. I guess usually I would have just probably not done them one at a time, but we will this time. So it's going to be typed in as Browns, Ravens, Bengals, Ravens into random, okay? And once again, I will be doing random 3 different times, and the first 2 times are not going to count. It's only going to be the 3rd and final random that will decide where this card goes. So we are Browns, Ravens, Bengals, Ravens. Okay, good luck, everybody. Ignore the first one and ignore the second one. And here comes the 3rd and final. There you'll see 3 times our date and time stamp. It goes to the Ravens. Not a huge surprise there, right? I mean, they had the best odds. So this little card right here is going to head to the Ravens by way of random. And once again, I am writing on the sleeve, not on your card. Right? The sleeve, not the card. Now we're going to do Titans, Texans, Panthers, Browns. Titan, Texan, Panther, Brown. Rinse and repeat. Oh, well, I made a mess of that. What the heck did I do there? Oh, boy. All right. Well, anyway, you know who it's supposed to be. So ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here comes the 3rd and final. 3 times, date and time stamp. That one is going to the Texans. That is this little bad boy right here. Headed to the Deshaun Watson spot for the Texans. Okay, so we are now going to do a little recap here of our NT Collegiate and take a look at all the stuff we found. Will Greer to 25. Lamar Jackson 1 of 1. Nice. Yeah, I like that. Paris Campbell to 99. Rodney Anderson to 10. Daniel Jones to 99. Deshaun Watson to 99. Clayton Thorson, remember he is a Cowboy now, to 25, or more, or at least most recently a Cowboy. I don't know if he got cut down from there again or not, but anyway, went to the Cowboys after the Eagles and hasn't gone anywhere since, as far as I know. To 25, James Williams. And James is one that's been moved around a lot. Undrafted, originally Chiefs, then Colts, then Lions. As far as I know, either current or most recently associated team was Lions for him. Baker Mayfield. Numbered to 5, you have a little Dexter Williams. He is a Packer. And then there's Tyree Jackson. And Tyree is another guy that got cut but I don't think he's gone anywhere else since getting cut. So he would still go to the Bills unless he has signed somewhere else in the last couple of days. Jeffrey Simmons, the Titans. Deontay Johnson, Steelers. Barry Sanders. Deebo Samuel, love that relic, numbered to 49, appropriate, or to 99, not to 49. He's a 49er, but the card is numbered to 99. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside to 99, and Juju Smith-Schuster to 5. Then we had a quad relic awarded to the Texans using random.org, numbered to 99. A quad relic awarded to the Ravens using random.org, numbered to 99. This Bobby Bowden coach card awarded to the Falcons using random.org. We had a Baker Mayfield redemption for the Browns, which will be numbered to 49 whenever Panini sees fit to actually send it to you. And then our booklets. Dexter Williams is a Packer. And then we have Hakeem Butler, who is a Cardinal. Little Arizona Cardinals love there. Dwayne Haskins, Redskins. And last to look at, Rodney Anderson. Another Rodney Anderson there for the Bengals. All right, guys and gals, that is the break. That is the recap. Let's go ahead and take one more peek at your shipping info and the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. For anybody who didn't catch that earlier, it's coming up right now. Thursday, it should be on the way to you, roughly Thursday. Something unexpected happens, could always slide a day later. But I think it will probably be Thursday, most likely. If anybody got skunked in here tonight in any of these breaks and you did not pull a single thing, base card or otherwise, you are still going to get a package. It will have consolation cards in it if you didn't get a hit, and it will ship out when the rest of the break ships out. Now, what is coming up in the days ahead? This stuff is already listed on eBay. We'll be busting it over the course of the next few days. So tomorrow night, we're going to do a master case of Absolute Football. So that is 2 6-box cases sealed up in a bigger box. So 12 total boxes in that break. On Wednesday night, we're going to start early at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. For the first time in a long time, there are no new Wednesday releases. No new releases for Wednesday is what I'm trying to say. But we're going to stick with the 8:30 time anyway. We're going to do a half case of Gold Standard Football, which is the back half of the case we started a while back. And we'll do a full 8-box case of Topps Chrome Jumbo. Thursday night, we're going to do Optic Baseball by the full case. On Friday, that is a new release night. We will start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and open a full 8-box case of our new release Spectra Football, followed by a 5-box half case of Archives Baseball. Saturday night will be an off night. And we'll break on Sunday instead. Often I break on Saturday, take off Sunday. This time we're going to take off Saturday and break on Sunday. So there you go. We'll change of pace. Change it up every once in a while. All right, so that is it for me tonight. Thank you once again, everyone, for being here. Always appreciate you joining me. I hope you enjoy your week ahead. If I don't see you again tomorrow night, I hope I will see you again soon. So until next time, I'm gone. Bye now.